Let's see. All right. I think we're back. We had a technical difficulty with our internet provider that decided it wanted to dip out this morning.
I guess it got tired.
It did. But we got new people coming. They were in the yard digging yesterday to put it in. So we'll fix that before
long. Have the fiber going.
Yep, fiber is on the way.
And I say we're back going again.
Let's see.
Maybe so.
Let's get this back up and rolling here again.
We're going to bump this up and see. So, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
And we are live and well.
Okay.
So, look at there.
We apologize for what happened there. So, we're back. And as we move right along, let's see if we can pick back up where we were with what was going on.
What were we?
We were talking about the bridge being out in...
in Marion.
Right.
And I tell you, the mayor over there and his team, they really do a lot. And he's been doing a lot for that entire town. So let's deal with the road being gone for right now, and then it's going to pick right back up. Everything will be good, but I know it's going to be an inconvenience.
Yeah. Again, we apologize for what happened there with that little blink. It was beyond our control.
Yeah.
So
hey, it's all right. We're going to make it, and we came right back.
Yep. We'll get things rolling. We'll be right back after this.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Are you looking for a job that could last a lifetime? Structural Steel is hiring now. With employees that have been there from 20 to 40 years, they're family owned and operated since 1975. Competitive starting wages, a 401k package, and great insurance. Immediate openings on the day shift and night shift. From entry-level helpers, welding and tacking, grinding and fitting. And the list goes on of job openings. Start your future today at Structural Steel. Call 483-5381. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie as we get this morning started. We had a what you might call a fender bender yesterday morning. Let me see if we can go to that. This would be right down from Piggly Wiggly on Colliinsville Road.
Yeah.
This is the scene. As we pull up, you can see there's a lot of emergency officials. And what's this that we have? Oops, a car upside down.
Yeah, and she was lucky that she wasn't hurt.
Absolutely.
So
there's blessings in everything.
Yes, it was.
There's the windshield that was thrown from the car. And again, good thing to have seatbelts on where when they flop upside down, you're not thrown out of them. And you know, as I watched McElroy flip that back over, it was like you could have taken a feather and went, whoof, and it flopped the car back over.
I mean, they hook right up to it, pull it on down. I tell you, we are lucky. I've seen some other places in bigger cities with wreckers that have a hard time doing stuff. And we're lucky. I don't know if it's because we give them a lot of practice, but we're lucky because we've got some awesome wrecker companies out there that do work from an itty-bitty car to 18-wheelers all
That's
the
correct.
time, trains. So
Alan
good.
says there's a possibility, and this is, that Winn-Dixie is going to be bought out by Aldi's. There is a chance of that. I've been reading up on that as well. So,
and I love Aldi's. You know, I was glad to see this one. This one here, we shop in Gulf Shores all the time, and when we got this one, I like going down there to eat. So this would be good if they change the Winn-Dixie to an Aldi's, or I don't know if they'll keep Winn-Dixie and go
the
with
way it was
not.
worded was there would be changes to reflect new ownership. And they didn't go any further than that. And I'll keep this next story just to the facts of what I have now, because we are expecting more to come from MBI eventually. As Chief Deputy Ward Calhoun said, yes, we did assist with this. So did the Meridian Police Department, because they had so many people, they had to borrow some cars to take them on down to the county jail. As we get into Rump Row, a prostitution arrest. 8 men were arrested with this. as we find out about this. MBI has not told us more yet, but they were taken down. There's photos if you'd like to see them on our page directed to the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department. So that did happen. We await more information. We don't know if this was a sting, if they'd been watching this. Had it been going on for months? We don't know. We can only assume at this point, so we'll hold off.
That's right.
Until they tell us more, Odie.
To see exactly what it is, but
and I have to say there was a lot of funny comments over the $100 bills. And
it really was.
Thumbs up to y'all. Y'all are very creative.
Yeah. Well, I know we're back on the air now.
What's going to happen?
Well, Mike Myers told us this. You don't look any better, but you're back on. So with friends like that.
We don't need any enemies.
We don't need any enemies.
Oh, no, we don't. The Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department has been busy as we get more information from them. An arrest has been made from someone who worked at the East Mississippi Correctional Facility. Contraband is the charge. You can't do that. And, of course, I'm sure there's an investigation to back all of this up. Each time that an arrest is made on this, it's hours and hours that have been put into this.
Yeah, that wasn't the first or second time. She's just real happy. I guess she's going to be in there with her friends a lot longer than she thought.
Let's see, a narcotics arrest happened. Now, what went on here is there was warrants put out for a burglary that happened down in Wayne County.
Wow.
They stopped. And what's that with you? Oh, you've got something you shouldn't have, which brings about more charges as the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department charged Bruce Dwayne Wallace Jr. for outstanding warrants, and then the East Mississippi Drug Task Force got involved, and, well, good luck there. Well, we also had one other arrest that the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department put out. I brought this up yesterday. It happened at the convenience store next to the Comfort Inn. A guy's there. His pickup truck, his F-350 is stolen. The Sheriff's Department's riding around. They go, wait a minute, that's that F-350. Let me pull it over. The person was stopped, cuffed, taken in. The owner of the pickup truck says, well, I'm not going to press charges. I got my truck back. It's okay. But, Odie, if you steal something, you still can't be drinking and driving, can you?
No, that doesn't help none. You can't be doing that with
behind the wheel. So. And I assume DUI, and that could mean many things. I just assume drinking, but it could mean many things. Driving under the influence, and I don't have the exact explanation of that.
DUI and other.
Right.
So, and maybe this guy says, "Look, you've got enough on your plate. Last thing you need is this."
Yeah. Give me back my truck.
And that may be.
And I want to say everything he had in the truck was safely returned. We got a birthday that has popped up there.
You know, and been coming, we hadn't not saw it. We've got it. We just hadn't gotten to it. But we do have Jana Arender having a birthday. And you've got a bunch of people wishing you happy birthday. Nobody tells us your age, so either you've got everybody scared or what. But they haven't disclosed that. And we've got my buddy Tim Hickman with Meridian Fire Department. Him and his lovely bride is celebrating their anniversary today.
How many?
He didn't tell us that neither.
He's trying to keep that to himself.
I guess so. But Bobby and Monica Vance, they were happy to say that theirs is 48 years.
Holy smokes.
Anniversary.
48?
48.
You just don't hear that this day and time, do you?
No. I mean, I've been married 30 years. Not all at once.
I knew it was coming.
But
Bless Amy. Bless Amy is all I got to say.
She's stuck with me now.
Oh, yes, she is. Scotty Ray and Odie, y'all hang on. We're going back in history in just a moment. Garrett Outfitters on 8th Street is getting you ready for summertime. A large selection of cool hobo shirts. Maybe it's short sleeves. Maybe you need a pair of shorts. If you're going to be cutting grass or maybe riding a tractor this summer, you're going to need a straw hat to keep cool. And as you head to that favorite fishing hole, don't forget you'll need a pocket knife along with a great rod and reel. And if you earn your living in the woods, don't forget to check out their big selection of snake boots, Carhartt pants and shirts for any occasion. It's Garrett Outfitters, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. Say good morning to Miss Nancy Johnson watching us from Zero. Look at that big smile she's got.
Yeah, and Zero and another one, Terry's granddaughter, moved right on up in the world yesterday and turned 13. Wow. No longer a child. At 12 years old, that's the last day you could mess up. Now you're a teenager. You've jumped up, and responsibility just got worse. But we definitely want to say happy birthday to you.
Absolutely. Jim Harrison, good morning to you as well. All right, as we turn back the sands of time,
wow.
I remember watching, it was the newer version that had the Alamo in it. What's his name? Jim Bob. Who played Davy Crockett?
I'm trying to think of what.
Carried the thing around in his neck.
Yeah, the blood of what's her name?
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie's husband. Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob. I'll never forget Billy Bob Thornton go, I squeal real loud. As we find out, today was Davy Crockett's birthday. Born in 1786, killed him a bar when he was, 13?
13.
Carved right here on this here tree. What a statesman he was, and died at the Alamo. I don't know that a lot of people have really read history and understand. They knew what their fate was. They were surrounded, no way out, and they stood tall to the very end.
We don't study history.
No, not anymore. We don't.
We get rid of history. So I think the new dictionary is going to even get rid of the word history.
It probably will. We go back to 1877 on this next story here, and there's several ways that you can take this. Was someone pushed into becoming a hero? The Lincoln County Wars? You go to the outlaw Josie Wells, who was truly a real person, who ended up didn't want to fight in the Civil War at all until his family was murdered. And then he takes up his guns and goes to fight. Was Billy the Kid a product of this to where they killed his friend and he had no choice? Well, today was the day that he killed his first man. Billy the Kid made his first kill as we look at this. It is said that he killed over 21 men. Did Billy live? There's a lot.
There's a lot of conspiracy about he died an old man.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
It is. It made for a great movie on top of it.
Yeah.
I want to see if Odie can mock her. What was her big saying? Do you remember? Why don't you come up and see me? Do you know it, Odie?
Big boy.
Yeah. Why don't you come up and see me sometime, big boy?
Yeah.
Mae West, what a beautiful woman she was, and she graced the silver screen for quite some time there.
Wow.
She passed away in 1980, but she was born on this day in 1893, and what a lady she was.
Oh, yeah, she was. Baby Doug said, Young Guns 2 says he lived.
Well, if they said it on there.
And I believe that's exactly the way that movie started, was an old man sitting on a hill and
telling his story.
Was it a cop that came by or somebody and sat down and he said, well, I'm Billy the Kid.
So, do you believe the dirty dog that shot Mr. Howard down? And we're testing Odie here to see if he knows who Mr. Howard is.
You talking about the genius that invented all these?
Oh, no. This would be Jesse James. Did Jesse James actually get killed? They say that there's a chance that all of that was faked. And, he was under the assumed name of Mr. Howard is what he was going by, and Ford shoots him in the back. And he was nicknamed the dirty dog that shot Mr. Howard down. So did Jesse live and all of that? There's rumor of that also.
Be interesting.
Jesse James. And, of course, he's one of those that they messed with his mama and he had to do what he had to do.
Would you, if you were one of them and you planned your
demise,
and you got away and then you had a new life, and you had the time on a deathbed, would you sit down with a folder of your stuff and call your loved ones in and say, look, here's me. This is who I am.
You know, it was a guy not long ago that done that. That was a thief and had gotten away with it. And on his deathbed tells his wife everything that he had done. He had robbed a bank when he was young, stole the money, and tells it. And they're all like, oh, my gosh, that happened.
Well, Greg got scared from a doctor, told him he was going to be in trouble, and he gave Lisa the combination to the safe where he put his money.
That was a rope.
Yeah, Greg was healthy, and he was fine. He come back to work and said, I'm broke.
I think sometimes doctors' wives get doctors to scare the spouses to give over that information.
Well, you know, she works at the doctor's office, so she may have had that plan.
1915, one of the worst disasters that ever happened to the United States happened on this day. You heard Glenn Campbell sing about it. Oh, Galveston. It was hit by a hurricane on this date back in 15 and destroyed the city. Look at those pictures.
Man.
That was something else.
You know, they didn't have warnings back then.
No, they didn't. No way to protect us.
There it was, boom, and we're sitting here watching a couple of them come off of Africa.
Did you like watching the gangsters?
That was not something that I was gonna just compelled to watch every time, but some of them are pretty good.
Robert De Niro, kind of known for being a mafia type guy, the Goodfellas, and of course, if you remember that was a pretty good movie there.
It was.
1952, it went down in history as the day Hank was arrested, and this would happen in Alexandria, Alabama. And here's that famous picture of a legend after they took his shirt and threw him in jail. Here's Hank Williams, folks, 1952.
That's when they didn't care too much about your rights, boy.
They did not. They threw Hank in the slammer, took his picture. Belinda Carlisle, anybody remember her? She was born on this date back in 1958. She was with the Go-Go's.
Yeah.
Odie often sings, "We got the beat, yeah, we got the beat."
I tell you, hey, it got a good tune to it.
Yeah, there you go. She was a beautiful lady. Sean Penn may have done other things in life, but I can't name one.
He married Madonna.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I bet that was a rump row in his life. But I do remember him from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and this kind of explains it. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been on a few movies.
He was?
But not many.
Yeah, that's what I remember him from, is the teacher took up all of his time at the end of the year, if you'll remember.
Yeah. That was
1969. They told all the hippies they had to go home today. They were not happy about it as Woodstock ended today.
Man, you mean I gotta go home?
They did. It took them days to get there. They didn't know where they were.
Yeah, I forgot.
Let's see. This is another big day. As we talked about what happened in history on this day. It would be 1969 that one of the worst things would happen.
Yeah, and they still ain't cleaned a whole lot of that up.
No. I want to say that boat's still sitting right where it was from Camille. The last one didn't get it.
Man, I wish we'd do something with our water down there.
To make it look as good as it does in Bama?
Yeah. I mean, golly, we've got a gym down there. Let's do something.
Yeah, I don't know what you do, but it does with that. Anybody ever watch the movie Shooter? I loved it.
Oh, yes.
It'd be Donnie Wahlberg. Mark, his brother, was in that. Donnie celebrates a birthday today, born back in 1969. I think they were all singers. What was that group? I don't know. They were all in a group.
Boys to Men or
Backstreet
something?
Boys.
Backstreet Boys.
That's what it was. 1985, who were the real men and wimps on television? Well, they made pictures of it, put it on TV Guide.
Oh, wow.
Huh. There you go.
I pity the fool who called me a wimp.
Bob Newhart, which part would you have put him under?
I put him under a wimp.
That's what I thought you'd say. Just double checking there.
Yeah.
1991, I still listen to this song like it was made yesterday. I can't help it. 1991, George Strait come out with a song called, Well, You Know Me Better Than That. And she thinks I love that cat. Oh, you know me better than that. George Strait. That was off the Chill of an early fall CD. If you don't own that, look it up, buy it. Well worth the money there. 1988, let's tell it how it is. I did not have relations with that woman. That's what we were told on national television.
I promise I didn't.
From the Oval Office, you were told that.
Yeah.
He had his fingers crossed underneath the desk.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, mistreatment. That's all I'm going to say.
There you go.
Vicky Ray says, New Kids on the Block.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was so many.
Same
of them,
thing.
we didn't know. Yeah.
Backstreet?
So we'll go with.
Was there a back street? I didn't know.
There was a Backstreet Boys.
What about the front street? Did they?
No, they failed.
Okay, but I did know Living on Back Street and Living on Main Street. Whoo, what a song that was.
But now they're the New Kids on the Block.
There you are. Scotty Ray and Odie, it is a wonderful Thursday morning. We got more coming up.
Patrick Allen Companies services and repairs all brands of overhead doors, residential and commercial. Our service technicians are factory trained and have over 125 years of combined experiences. At Patrick Allen Companies, we are not interested in being the biggest, just the best. We are just 4 miles south of Marion on Highway 145. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. And they even do work on motorcycles. With the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Well, if you head on down to the Lauderdale County Farm Supply, you're going to find them at exit 151 right off the interstate. You'll find rods and reels and great things to go fishing with this afternoon. It's a great fishing forecast beginning at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Check it out. Go to your favorite spot there. They'll hook you up with whatever you need. And a large selection of hunting supplies starting to come in as we get ready for hunting season right around the corner. Farm Supply has it, sunglasses, and a whole lot more. There's nothing worse than being caught out and can't see to drive. You walk out in a parking lot, and it's that concrete, and you're blinded by the light.
Yeah.
Costa sunglasses. And, of course, to keep cool, they got T-shirts and a whole lot more to keep you going there. See them. Anything dealing with your yard, work, taking care of your home, it's there at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Exit 151, right off the interstate. They'll help you out there. And I did get another text message that said it was the Wahlbergs were the new kids on the block.
Well, that's not the music I listen to, nor you.
No, I don't know much about it.
So we're just taking a gander.
Yeah, we're filling in the blanks best we can on subjects we're not qualified for.
I don't know if I want to go down there and look at that bench or not.
Why?
Because I like that glider.
Yeah,
and
that
if
is
I go sit on it, I'm liable to walk away with it.
That's a real comfortable thing. I love rocking.
I do too.
Rocking with the rhythm of the rain.
I do too. Man, I wish it was my birthday like Matthew Scott's birthday, because that's what I'd ask for.
Well, happy birthday, Matthew Scott. Yeah, might be perfect for that. Now, there's still talk on this, and we don't know all the details, but as we look at all what's the movie, The Blind Side, there's a lot of reports coming out now going, hang on just a minute, something is not adding up here. As the football player is saying, well, he was tricked. But if you go back and you read his book, he clearly states at the beginning of the book what he's saying is he was tricked on. Well, Glenn Beck pointing out all the obvious. He did a story on that yesterday that I watched. 38 is a little old to be going, wait a minute, this happened when I was, why so long? They were rich in the beginning.
Yeah, he owned
fast food restaurants of some sort.
Like 80-something Taco Bells or something.
Sold them, got $200 million for them.
He's not hurting. And he went to your ball games, supported you.
There's a lot that we don't know about this. It truly is. Yeah. This will start to come out. It's a lawsuit. A lot of folks saying the media is not going to be fair over it. We don't know. But we will watch this and keep you posted as information does become available. The Tuohys, is that how you pronounce their name?
Tui.
Tui?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and now if they're wrong and he's right, I'm on your side, buddy. But I'm just, there's so many things. Why did it take so long?
And that is a big, big question there. As we look around some of the state headlines this morning, as we see elections that are going on, it's tough out there running for office. Even tougher when you break the law. As we go to Tupelo, and a Calhoun city alderman faces shoplifting charges. That can't be good for your reelection campaign.
I was just getting a 5-finger discount. Nothing to see here.
Sad news as we go to Rankin County, as a Union County man was hit on a bicycle and lost his life. That's just horrible. We hate to report things like that, but it does happen around the state from time to time. Always be careful on bicycles.
Yeah, definitely, and have some kind of reflector or light or something.
Yeah, that's one of those things that the trial has began. If y'all remember, this is a little over a year ago. And you try to get into the mind of people of what were they thinking. Often here, packages arrive in unmarked vehicles because, well, the FedEx truck breaks down or they don't have enough and they have to go rent a bigger truck to deliver packages.
There's nothing new.
No.
And especially if you order something, you know you got something coming in the mail.
These two guys, as we go to Brookhaven, shot at a truck that was delivering package. Now, again, no one was injured, but they did hit the truck. It wasn't like they thought about doing it. They did fire guns at the truck. Yep. And it was a FedEx guy delivering in an unmarked vehicle into a subdivision, and they took it upon their hands to try to chase him down and shoot him. The trial has begun. What will happen, we don't know, but all signs point to a guilty verdict coming. I mean, you've got the proof that they did it.
Yeah, that's just, look, if you want to be extra cautious and watch what's going on, and if somebody approaches your house, if you want to meet them at the door, you know, hey, who are you, what do you want? But to just arbitrarily walk outside and start chasing and shooting. They
didn't even call the police, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think so.
To where you would go, hey, there's something suspicious in here. Would y'all do something?
Yeah. Man, I feel sorry for that kid who had to go through doing his job.
Yeah.
And getting, no.
So we'll watch that also as this trial has begun. Brookhaven, there's a lot of things that go on south of us down in that area there. We see in Jackson, Mississippi, that a missing woman has been found. As you were going into Jackson, it's called the Stack. I think most of us know that where those bridges are. A lady that has been missing has been found underneath those bridges, deceased, and well, we pass along condolences to family members on that. That's horrible.
Yeah, it is.
That happened. We certainly hate that.
The Christian said, "What happened to magnetic signs?" And that would help if you had some magnetic. Hey, FedEx driver.
But I don't think any of those do that, do they? If they do, I hadn't noticed it.
Yeah, I want to say at one time somebody had. I know the post office had the magnetic signs that went on the side of their cars, and then a little blinky light that was up on top.
Kojak had one of them.
Yeah, he did. He had the cool one that plugged into the cigarette lighter.
Cigarette lighter, and give me a lollipop. Hey, South Haven is starting to take matters into their own hands. Will Meridian ever do this? As we see that they've passed an ordinance there in South Haven, which is just in Mississippi, saying that you can't be sleeping on the city sidewalks, you can't be doing any of this, or in public property, you can't be sleeping on it. If so, you go to jail. What are they doing? They're dealing with the homeless situation that they've got there.
Yeah, and they're wanting to clean up their city, make it presentable for the people. Every city out there wants people from out of town to come in and see what they've got. One surefire way to keep people from coming in is to have
people sleeping on your sidewalks. People won't show up.
They're not coming down here for that.
That's right. Scotty Ray and Odie telling you the truth, and we've got more of that on the way here.
Hello, I am Justin J.J. Anders, and I'm running for Lauderdale County District 1 Supervisor. I would like to thank everyone who came out in the August 8th primaries and voted for me. But our work is not done. I still need your vote. There's a Republican primary runoff election on Tuesday, August 29th. The Board of Supervisors is the business board of Lauderdale County. I'm a businessman with years of proven business experience. Please remember to vote for me, Justin J.J. Anders, on August 29th. I'm asking for your vote.
Are you ready for summer? Massey has a 2021 Jeep Wrangler that's waiting on you with only 61,000 miles. How about a Rogue with 57,000 miles? A 23 Camry with only 50 miles on it. Or maybe it's a Toyota Tacoma four-wheel drive that you're needing. From Silverados to F-250s, Massey Supermart Auto Sales, 1023 Highway 39 North.
Profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or
Welcome back. As Donna Jill has sent out an email, she goes, whoop, it's all over. It's certified.
Yep. It's certified. It is done. It's been stamped. And now we move on to the next step.
And that is, here you go. We've got two runoffs coming up in Lauderdale County.
Yeah, so District 1 Supervisor will be voting between J.J. Anders and Chris Bullock for Supervisor, and Kenneth Graham and Stella McMahon for Coroner. Everybody else will be voting on just the Coroner. But if you go back and look at the numbers between Kenneth Graham and
Stella?
Kevin Smith, buddy of mine.
Boy.
I couldn't even think. 50 votes is what certified is what ended up being the final.
So that shows your votes do count.
Your votes count. And 39 point something % of the people went and voted.
Let me make that a little bit bigger where everybody can read that. As you can see there, 39.6.
39 points. I missed it. I
You were
projected 38. Yep.
1% off. I'd say you're pretty close to it there, Odie.
Still sad. Still sad. You're not even half
No, it's
of
not.
the people went and voted. And Kevin lost a chance for a runoff by 50.
50 votes.
Man, that's something. But go on Scotty Ray's page and look at that. And it's got every vote cast and everything that's on there. So the 29th, Tuesday the 29th, is runoff day. If you voted in the Democrat race, you cannot vote this go round.
Right. You will be able to in November.
You will be able to in November. If you voted Republican, you can and you should go back and vote. What I don't like is anybody who didn't vote that was part of the 60% that sat at home can also go vote.
But they won't. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to predict.
Chris got lost because Chris McDaniel 2 years ago.
Right.
That's how they messed him up because that man won.
If we get into this breakdown, well, I'm sure that it's going to be less vote in the runoff. It's going to be scarce. It will scare you how many people will choose this.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say for the runoff, 24%.
We'll see what happens there. Here's the breakdown of it was, and I was curious as to how many people did vote. As we look at the sheriff's race, it was a total of 12,854 ballots cast in the election. 7,221 went to Ward, 5,631 went to Ricky Roberts. He had 2 write-ins, and that's the way it went there. So if you were wondering, I was curious of that, and in the next day or two, it'll be a breakdown of each precinct that can be looked at as to how many people voted in the towns. I'll be curious to look at that also. Who was our biggest turnout, which neighborhoods, and which weren't. Something to think about.
It would be, yeah. But y'all come on, prove me wrong.
You want to be proved wrong.
24% go vote. This is the one thing I want to be completely wrong. And we've got to do better than this, getting our numbers up. I don't care who you vote for.
Yeah, just vote.
Just vote. Go out and make your voice heard. That's it.
You only vote once, right?
Well, it depends. What party?
We joke. Oh, let's see. The number of U.S. millionaires has dropped for the first time in 2008. First time.
Wow.
Hard
Well,
times are out there, even for millionaires.
It really is. It's the government stealing more of their money. Just because you've got $1 million, do I wish I had it? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But just because they've got it doesn't mean that they should pay more than I don't. I mean, I still think we ought to have 10%.
Everybody pay.
10% of what I make and 10% of what you'll make. We're in it together.
Equal
We're
out.
in the same for what we've got. But to come up and say, oh, well, now since you make that, you can pay 45%.
And what Odie is insinuating there is the better you do, the more you're penalized, is what he's putting out. Just
Why
if
do
you
that?
work harder, it gives you, well, I'll just stop. I'm not going to do it anymore because it's going to cost me more. I'm penalized for being good at what I do. I see that point. There's a lot of people that agree with that.
Yep. You don't want to work for a poor fella.
That's right. Ain't many of them do.
No,
We can't say thank you enough for inviting us into your homes, your cars, wherever you may be watching us from and what town it is. We travel
Yeah.
quite a distance each morning, and we say thank you.
We couldn't do it without you. We still wouldn't want to do it without you. We love doing this. We love bringing you news. We love bringing you the truth. And we love to tell you that God loves you. But one thing's for sure, we'll be back in 23 hours to start the day with y'all again. See you then. We love you. Have a great day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: